Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. So, we actually had some exciting times last night with Bitcoin ranging to almost 50K plus, almost hit the target point. We are going to be talking about that later today, but I am very excited to see the overall market doing incredibly well. We do see XRP ranging for almost $1.30. We are going to be talking about that later on as well. A lot of the market right now looks very good. We do see ADA eyeing that $3 range yet again. We see, a lot of assets making their, shift in the market, as we do see Ethereum pretty much severely outperforming Bitcoin on the 7-day span. So I do think that it is only a matter of time before most altcoins kind of do what Solana did as well. Solana is absolute beast in the making. So a lot of these assets are making some very good shifts, and I do think that XRP is pretty much still sitting at that $1.20 to $1.30 zone. And I do think that it's only a matter of time before it truly breaks out and kind of repeats that 2017-2018 bull cycle run. So, with that being said, let's jump into this. Let's talk about some news. So first and foremost, obviously we know how big XRP is, right? So we do see here, buy at least $100 XRP and hold it. Ripple is not fighting with the SEC for $10 to $20 XRP. XRP all the money. Now, I do understand that there's a lot of hopium. There's a lot of, this, that, whatever in the Ripple XRP community. A lot of people actually look down on the XRP community because of all the memes, the Phoenix Rising, 589, this, that. But realistically, when we talk about the idea on, Ripple XRP getting to some price, target points, I even said $100 to $1,000 at some point in time. The reason why I say that is because the picture couldn't be more evidently clearer on why the SEC actually went after XRP, right? When we talk about what they're actually doing, we talk about the partnerships that they have. In my opinion, like when we look at something like this, where we see XRP and Ripple basically partnered with all of these payment processing, institutions. Not only that, but banking systems like Bank of America and stuff. So when we look at this, we obviously know that they are doing incredibly well, right? They're doing incredible things. A lot of people will speculate and say, oh, well, it's all RippleNet. I've already, talked about that multiple times on this channel. For anybody who wants to debate me on the idea on them using just RippleNet, not XRP, I'd love to do that because it's a very clear sign on how they will use XRP. But also, when we look at this, and then we look at this SEC speculation, it's the idea that Ripple and XRP are trying to, disrupt a massive inflow of money, which is Swift. A lot of these individuals, especially that are in like the office for like, Congress, the Senate, whatever, a lot of them are stuck in the past. They don't want to innovate overall with technology. They don't want to adopt a new technology that could further innovation in the US, and we've already seen that with the recent bills that are being imposed on crypto. I think that it's the idea on losing control of their monetary value and their overall control of the monetary value as well. For me, it's pretty easy, right? It's pretty easy to understand that you have these government officials that are printing money, right? They have the ability to print money out of air. They don't even care at this point. I mean, we've seen that with the Fed printing money all the day long, even though interest rates, or not interest rates, inflation rates are astronomically high, and it's getting to the point where they're just printing money for fun at this point. But they wouldn't be able to print XRP. They wouldn't be able to print digital currencies. So they are scared of DeFi. They are scared of cryptocurrencies because it takes away monetary control from the government. And I do understand at some point in time, once we do see CBDCs coming into adoption, we will lose control of our money at that point, and they will have more and more control over money. But it is the idea of being in these assets early, pretty much creating generational wealth, getting out and not worrying about money ever again. Now, I also want to quote what Judge Netburn said in the overall call-in yesterday. This is coming from Mr. Intuitive. Quote of the day, what the world thought of it, right? Now, this goes in hand with what she was talking about in regards to what the world thinks of XRP, whether it is a currency or a security. And we already know that 90% of the clientele is outside of the US, and they already accepted XRP as a currency. They're using it for ODL services, line of credit, and so forth. So realistically speaking, we already know the world thinks XRP is a currency. So when we talk about, this SEC lawsuit, why they were going after XRP, the signs are clear. They're scared of it. They don't want to lose monetary control, and they know a lot of people are going to get very, very rich, and they don't want you to get rich. They don't want you to have, life-changing wealth. You know why? Because it's easier to control somebody who is living in poverty or who is pretty much on the lines of poverty than it is to control somebody who has financial freedom. So, realistically speaking, with XRP, the XRP community grows day by day. We already know what we hold. We are not going to get stomped out by fearful, tactics or anything like that. We already know what we are going to be doing. She has seen the vids. Gary, are you there? I don't know if you guys have ever listened to Mr. Intuitive, but he is pretty comical. I love his videos. So, yeah, definitely check him out. But we also see here the Ripple attorneys seem to almost guarantee that the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP documents that the SEC Gov refuses to turn over will absolutely potentially end the case. Now, guys, I am not going to say anything about this besides the fact that why would they want to hide these documents so bad if they didn't think that it would be detrimental to the case? It's almost as if the Ripple defense team knows something the public doesn't. But how could these Ripple attorneys possibly know what these SEC documents show? Have you looked up the Ripple defense team? Mary Jo White, former chairwoman of the SEC Gov. Meredith Cross, former director of corporation finance. Andrew, I don't even know how to say his last name, who served for nearly 4 years as the director of enforcement at the SEC under Chair Mary Jo White. Matthew Solomon, who formerly served as the SEC's chair or chief enforcement litigation counsel. They might have a clue regarding what these documents show. And I do think that they know what they show. They show the idea on, first off, a lot of those employees, a lot of the individuals at the SEC were trading in all three of these currencies. And I can tell you right now, with what happened with Jay Clayton at the end of 2020, with the whole River One and all that stuff, I honestly could tell you right now that there was most likely a buying and selling of XRP right before the lawsuit came out, and money flowing into Bitcoin and Ethereum before that lawsuit actually fully came out. Because a lot of people who were holding XRP at that time, who would have sold, who would have got stomped out by the fear, most likely put their money into other assets or into Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I do think that this was a clear corruption case, and I do think that they know what was going on. So I have zero doubts about that. Now, also, in regards to them winning this case, it's so clear. I mean, look at this stuff, guys. So this is a controversial overall, pretty much article. This actually came out yesterday. But we do see here, should you invest in this controversial tide-turning cryptocurrency? XRP tokens have been polarizing the cryptocurrency community, and they're talking about XRP for an oddity for starters with a market capitalization of 52 billion, so forth. Then they give you the rundown of what it is. Now, they are talking about the Whirlpool event of it basically getting sued and so forth. I don't know. I mean, they're talking about how they sold 1.3 billion worth of unregistered securities beginning in 2013. It's all like, a lot of the stuff that, comes down to it is it's the idea on, it's all fearful tactics to stomp you out. But we do see here, what's the verdict? The RippleNet XRP ecosystem has its fair share of problems, but there are no dead ends. It has its ways of dealing with swift competition, the SEC lawsuit, and XRP's currency dilemma. In the coming years, I expect RippleNet and ODL service to continue to gain traction with real-time settlement and ultra-low fees. It's a crypto I would bet a small amount of money on for the long term. Wow, a small amount of money. I don't think these people know who the XRP community are. Like, we've been holding XRP for years, and we know what we hold. We know that at a capitalization, at what, $58.5 billion? I mean, it's severely undervalued even at the current levels. Now, even in regards to this article, we also see stuff like this, right? The SEC versus Ripple. Court orders Ripple to hand over Slack messages. They don't have anything. We even see here the SEC replied that time-consuming process should present no issue in this case since there is no realistic prospect that the parties will fully resolve the case for several months, if not longer. So they're saying that this case could go on for a long time. I highly doubt it. I honestly think that this case is coming to an end very soon, especially in regards to the SEC basically not resolving those, pretty much documents that Judge Nippern has asked for on multiple occasions. But also, these Slack messages don't even matter. Like that, honestly, I doubt there's anything even in regards to those Slack messages that could even account for any sort of defense on the SEC side. But we also see this. Ripple corners the SEC with motion on Howey test. Guys, this is getting juicy in regards to this case because we even see here, this is absolutely basic information essential to the defense. The letter continued. Rule 33 requires the SEC to answer each interrogatory separately and fully and in a manner that is as specific as possible and not evasive in order to minimize uncertainty concerning the scope of the SEC's claims. Evasive responses must be treated as failure to disclose, answer, or respond, the letter added, putting further pressure on the SEC, which has been quite evasive in regards to the deliberative process. So, overall, we know that Gary Gensler, we know that the SEC is in a pressure standpoint where they have an immense amount of pressure on their shoulders. They know what's weighing above them. They know that this case has no win situation for them. I strongly believe that there is no way the SEC wins this case. And at that pinpoint, a lot of this stuff that we're talking about, buying $100 of XRP and just hold it. We talk about all these financial institutions that are already on board with Ripple. We talk about how the world already knows that it's a currency. And then we're also talking about, these documents that once they do get released, it's pretty much end game at that point. There's so much things to report on in regards to what is going to be happening in the coming months. And honestly, I seriously don't see XRP sitting around this $1.20 to $1.30 much longer. And I do not see it sitting under its all-time high much longer either. I honestly think that by the end of this bull run, anybody who is buying XRP under 50 cents is going to make out like a bandit. And I think a lot of those individuals that have been holding XRP from 2017, 2018, 2019, and even going back further to 2013, 14, 15, a lot of those individuals are going to create a massive, inflow of cash flow that is going to be life-changing. So, with that being said, I have zero doubt that XRP does not win this lawsuit. I think that this is an easy, clear-cut win for them. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.